Reclaim your time. Why focusing on yourself is the key to success. Stoicism. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly running against the clock. We're told to hustle, achieve, and push harder, as if our worth is determined by how much we can do. But in the midst of all this noise, we often forget one key truth. Success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. The real issue isn't that we lack time, it's that we waste it on things that don't align with our values or bring us real fulfillment. That's where modern Stoicism comes in. Stoic wisdom teaches us to slow down, focus on what we can control, and use our time intentionally. It's not about chasing after external achievements, but about understanding what truly contributes to our happiness and well-being. On today's journey, we'll explore Stoic secrets that will help you reclaim your time, sharpen your focus, and prioritize what matters most, yourself. So, if you're ready to break free from the pressures of a world that constantly demands more, let's dive into how you can focus on what truly leads to success and fulfillment. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. Let's get started. 9 Stoic Principles to Reclaim Your Time. Number 1. Define what truly deserves your time. In our fast-paced world, time is the one thing we can never get back, yet we often find ourselves wasting it on things that don't serve us. You ever stop to think about how much of your time is spent on tasks that don't really matter to your growth or happiness? The truth is, we all have moments where we're caught up in doing things simply because we feel obligated or because society tells us we should. But what if I told you that the key to reclaiming your life and your true success lies in choosing how you spend your time? Think about it. Are you living in alignment with your values, or are you just going through the motions? The Stoics, with their deep wisdom on how to live well, believed in focusing on what truly matters: personal development, meaningful relationships, and working toward long-term goals. The idea is simple but powerful. Not everything in your life deserves your time, and not every commitment should be prioritized. If we're honest, many of us stretch ourselves too thin, saying yes to things that only add stress, distraction, or shallow obligations. To truly reclaim your time, you must first define what is truly worthy of it. What activities, relationships, and pursuits bring you joy, fulfillment, and growth? And, perhaps more importantly, what are you willing to let go of in order to make room for them? This doesn't mean you need to eliminate everything that's not perfect, but rather, become more intentional about how you allocate your precious hours. Warren Buffett once shared a piece of wisdom that resonates deeply with Stoic philosophy. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Think about that for a moment. What would your life look like if you learned the art of saying no? It's not just about turning down opportunities or invitations. It's about learning to protect your time as your most valuable asset. By saying no to distractions, we create space for what matters most: personal growth, deep connections, and the pursuit of meaningful goals. This is what I believe is at the heart of modern Stoicism. A conscious effort to guard your time and energy, focusing only on what contributes to your well-being and future success. When you begin this process of discernment, you might feel uncomfortable at first. It's not easy to let go of societal expectations or those urgent but unimportant tasks. But imagine how different your life would feel if you stopped saying yes to every request, every distraction, every pressure, and instead only said yes to what aligns with your values and long-term vision. The rewards are immense. More time for what really lights you up, stronger relationships with those who truly matter, and a sense of peace knowing that you're investing your time wisely. So, I ask you, what are you willing to say no to in order to reclaim your time and focus on what truly deserves your attention? What does success look like to you when you start prioritizing your time with intention and purpose? By answering these questions, you can begin to shape a life that's not only productive but deeply fulfilling. True success on your own terms. Number 2. Stop borrowing time from your future. We often make the mistake of thinking that happiness, peace, and fulfillment are things we will only achieve later, once we hit certain milestones or find more time. This mindset traps us in a cycle of constant postponement, where the present moment is sacrificed for an idealized future. The truth is, we can never be sure that the future will unfold as we expect, and by postponing joy, we miss out on the precious moments that give life meaning. Time is fleeting, and the Stoic secret to peace lies in living fully in the present. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Stoicism teaches us that we cannot afford to keep borrowing time from the future. Waiting for the perfect moment to act only perpetuates dissatisfaction. When we procrastinate on living our best life today, we squander the present, our actions, decisions, and attitudes, hoping that the future will give us the opportunity to live fully. But the future never guarantees us that perfect moment, and in the meantime we are stuck in a cycle of delay. Take the example of Haruki Murakami, the acclaimed Japanese author. When he decided to pursue his passion for writing, he didn't wait for ideal conditions. Instead, he set aside time every morning before his day job to write. His commitment to the present, his willingness to make writing a priority, allowed him to achieve great success. This shows how progress is made through small, consistent actions, not by waiting for perfect circumstances. The Stoic approach teaches us that even small actions, if done today, can lead to big results over time. By focusing on what we can do now and not deferring it for some future moment, we reclaim our time. Time is limited, and if we keep deferring what matters most, we risk missing out on life's essence. But it's not just about taking action, it's about acting immediately. We often think, "I'll work on my health when I have more time," or "I'll focus on personal growth when things settle down." Yet by constantly putting these things off, we overlook the fact that time is now. The only moment we control is the present. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The key to fulfillment is not grand gestures, but small, consistent actions taken in the present moment. Living with intention in the present doesn't mean abandoning long-term goals. It means integrating those goals into your daily life, taking action now. The perfect time may never come, so if you want to achieve your dreams, stop waiting. Reclaim your time by acting today, even in small ways. You don't need perfect circumstances to begin. What matters is that you take action now, because those ideal conditions may never appear. By focusing on the present and realizing that time is precious, we unlock the Stoic secret to personal growth and success. Each small action taken today brings us closer to the life we desire. Your happiness and growth are not dependent on a distant future. They begin now. By breaking free from the trap of waiting for the future, you reclaim your time, invest in your happiness, and begin building the life you truly want. Number 3. Learn to say no to reclaim your freedom. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel overwhelmed by the constant demands of work, family, and society. We say yes to invitations, requests, and obligations because we feel obligated or fear disappointing others. However, by doing this, we rob ourselves of the most precious resource we have: time. Learning to say no is not about being selfish, but about taking control of your life. It's about intentionally choosing what to allow into your space and schedule to focus on what truly matters. The Stoics understood this well. As Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." When you say no, you're deciding what's truly important to you instead of letting others dictate how you spend your time. In the modern world, distractions are everywhere. Work deadlines, social obligations, endless notifications. It often feels like you're being pulled in many directions at once. But modern Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control and to let go of the rest. By saying no to things that don't align with your core values, you create space for what truly matters, fostering inner peace and progress toward your true goals. Marie Kondo's KonMari method offers a simple yet powerful lesson. Ask, does this bring me joy? While Kondo applies this to decluttering our homes, we can also use this principle to assess our time. If an invitation or request doesn't bring value to your life or move you closer to your goals, it's okay to say no. Saying no isn't just about rejecting obligations. It's about creating space for joy, growth, and deeper pursuits aligned with your values. When we practice saying no, we also show ourselves self-respect. It's an acknowledgement that our time and energy are valuable and that we choose how to spend them. Continuously saying yes often leads to stress, burnout, and disconnection from what nourishes us. By rejecting what doesn't serve us, we free ourselves to focus on the things that help us grow. Whether it's time with loved ones, personal projects, or simply resting and recharging, each no is a yes to our own peace of mind and long-term success. As Seneca wisely said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. To truly reclaim your time, you need to develop discernment. Not every opportunity or invitation deserves your attention. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from others, but rather learning to prioritize. Modern Stoicism teaches us to say no without guilt, knowing that it helps us stay focused on what matters most. By saying no to unnecessary distractions, you open up space to pursue your most fulfilling goals and passions, leading to greater success. Through the simple act of saying no, you take control of your life, allowing yourself to grow and succeed on your own terms. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's truly important and let go of everything else. By reclaiming your time, you reclaim your freedom, and in doing so, you set yourself on a path to living a life aligned with your deepest values. Let me ask you this. If you want to start your day with confidence and control, turning every moment into something purposeful and meaningful, how would you take action? Share your thoughts on your morning routine and what you do to begin your day with intention and energy. Like this video and comment below. Own your morning, own your life. Let's share how you take charge of your mornings to set the tone for a day full of strength and determination. Number 4. Own your mornings, own your life. Have you ever noticed how the way you start your morning can set the tone for the entire day? It's fascinating how the first moments of your day are like the foundation of a house. If that foundation is rushed, chaotic, or shaky, everything that comes afterward will feel unstable and out of control. This is where the Stoic secrets come into play. When you take charge of how you begin your day, you reclaim your time and ultimately gain control over your life. Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson. We have the ability to shape our own reality. And the morning is where this power begins. Think about it. When you wake up with intention, you're setting yourself up for success before the world has a chance to throw its demands at you. This simple act of intentionality in the morning prepares you to handle whatever challenges come your way with calmness, focus, and resilience. Now I want you to pause for a moment and reflect on your current morning routine. Is it rushed, chaotic, or filled with distractions? Or do you have a routine that centers you and helps you approach the day with clarity and purpose? The Stoics understood that the morning isn't just the start of the day, it's an opportunity to take control of our time and focus on what truly matters. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or even a good workout, dedicating the first moments of your day to nourishing your mind, body, and spirit helps build resilience and focus. These activities prepare you to face the day with strength and a sense of calm. So ask yourself, what could you change about your morning routine to make it more intentional and purposeful? Imagine a morning where you wake up knowing that you've already invested in your physical, mental, and emotional well-being before the world has even begun to demand things from you. Doesn't that sound empowering? Take former President Barack Obama, for example. He's well known for his disciplined morning routine, which includes exercise, reading, and reflection. He understands that the key to a productive day starts with how he begins it. He doesn't leave success to chance. Instead, he starts his day with intention, knowing that these small, consistent actions form the foundation of his productivity. You too have the ability to create a morning routine that works for you. Imagine waking up and feeling in control of your day before it even begins. You've already taken time to invest in your mind and body. You've already set the tone for a calm, focused, and purposeful day. This is the power of taking ownership of your mornings. It's not just about managing time, it's about shaping your life from the inside out. The key here is to prioritize activities that set the right tone for your day. Whether it's through physical exercise to energize your body, reading to stimulate your mind, or simply taking a few moments of silence to reflect on your intentions, these actions will create a steady and purposeful start to your day. So, I ask you, what will you choose to do with the first moments of your day? Will you let them slip away into distractions, or will you use them as an opportunity to regain control over your time and your life? Reclaim your time. Own your mornings. When you do this, you set the stage for a life filled with purpose, focus, and resilience. The Stoic secrets have always pointed to this profound truth. You have the power to shape your life, and it all begins with how you choose to start your day. Number 5. Redefine success from external noise. In today's fast-paced world, we're often driven by society's version of success: wealth, fame, and approval. But what if real success isn't about meeting those expectations? What if it's about living according to your own values, passions, and purpose? Modern Stoicism teaches us that we shouldn't measure our worth by others' opinions or fleeting external achievements. True success is found in living authentically, aligning our actions with what truly matters, and embracing the journey itself. When we chase validation from others, we lose sight of what makes us truly happy. Instead of living someone else's idea of success, we can reclaim our time by focusing on what matters most to us. Think about this. What does success really mean to you? Is it recognition from others, material wealth, or the freedom to live according to your values? One of the key lessons from Stoicism is that we can't control others' perceptions or how the world measures success, but we can control our actions and mindset. Redefining success isn't just a shift in perspective. It's about taking control of your life and defining your own path. Take Vincent van Gogh, for example. Today, he's one of the most celebrated artists in history, yet during his lifetime, he was almost unknown. He struggled with poverty, mental health issues, and his work was largely ignored. Despite this, he continued to paint, driven by a passion that had nothing to do with external recognition. Van Gogh didn't seek the applause of the world. He focused on his art, finding meaning in the process. His story shows us that when we focus on what truly matters to us and stop conforming to others' expectations, we are free to create something meaningful that lasts. This is the essence of modern Stoicism. It's not about rejecting the world or pretending that external achievements don't matter. It's about reflecting on what success means to you and living by your own principles. So ask yourself, what actions are you taking today to align with your core values? Are you moving toward the life you want, or are you letting external pressures guide you? When we stop seeking validation from others and start living in line with our passions, something powerful happens. We reclaim our time. We stop wasting energy on things that don't bring us joy or fulfillment. Instead, we invest that energy into what truly matters, building a life grounded in purpose and authenticity. This path leads to a life that feels successful, not because of external recognition, but because it reflects who you truly are. Embracing this mindset creates a shift. You'll stop comparing yourself to others and begin measuring success by your own standards. The external noise, The pressure to be someone you're not becomes less important than living with intention and authenticity. As you focus on your passions and values, the things that once seemed so important, like status or wealth, lose their grip on you. You'll find contentment in the present and in the pursuit of what matters most. The Stoics remind us that happiness isn't about having more but desiring less and being content with what aligns with our true selves. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So where are your thoughts focused? Are they on external rewards or on creating a life that reflects your purpose? Redefining success is not just about changing how you see the world, but how you see yourself. By adopting this perspective, you'll feel empowered and begin creating a life that aligns with who you were always meant to be. This is the essence of modern Stoicism, living with intention, letting go of external noise, and finding fulfillment in the journey. I challenge you today to let go of outside expectations, redefine success on your terms, and start living a life that brings you true peace and satisfaction. What steps can you take right now to start living a life that reflects your values? Number 6, focus only on what you can control. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by things outside our control, other people's actions, the weather, unexpected events. But this is where the Stoic secrets can change everything. True freedom comes from focusing on what you can control, and Stoicism teaches that the power to shape our lives lies not in the uncontrollable, but in how we respond to challenges. While we can't control others or the world around us, we have complete control over our thoughts, actions, and reactions. By focusing on these, you reclaim your most valuable resource, your time. This shift in perspective allows you to live with clarity, purpose, and peace of mind, freeing you from frustration over things beyond your reach. Think about it. When you dwell on things you can't change, you waste energy. This drains your emotional resources, leaving you with less for what really matters, like improving yourself, your work, or your relationships. We've all felt it. Worrying about someone's opinion or stressing over things like the weather, which are completely out of our hands. It's exhausting. Stoicism teaches us to let go of these distractions and focus on what we can control. The only person you can truly change is yourself, and the only thing you can control is your response to life's circumstances. As Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This insight is powerful because it helps you detach from the emotional turmoil of trying to manage everything. Instead, it encourages you to focus on what you can influence. The more you practice this, the more you'll realize that every time you let go of trying to control what's beyond your reach, you make room for the things you can actually change. And with that space, peace and clarity follow. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." These words are not just ancient wisdom but timeless truths that resonate today. Whether it's handling stress at work, managing personal relationships, or navigating societal pressures, the core message is the same. You can choose how to respond to anything life throws your way. It's not always easy, but with each conscious decision to focus on your response, you reclaim your time and energy for what truly matters. In today's world, we often feel the pressure to control everything: our careers, our social lives, our emotions. But as the Stoics remind us, this relentless pursuit of control leads only to frustration. Success comes from recognizing what's in our power and what isn't. When you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable, you begin to see things differently. You start focusing on what you can change: your habits, your mindset, your actions, and your relationships. This Stoic approach is not just about peace of mind. It's a path to living an intentional, fulfilled life. Remember that peace comes from within. It's in the moments when you choose to refocus on what you can control, letting go of frustration and taking intentional action. Life may continue to throw challenges your way, but with a Stoic mindset, you'll remain grounded in the power of your choices. By focusing on what's within your control, you gain not only clarity but a renewed sense of purpose. Life will always have its ups and downs, but by focusing on your thoughts, actions, and responses, you can navigate it with resilience and calm. This is the Stoic secret to reclaiming your time and achieving peace and success. Number 7. The paradox of slowing down to go faster. In today's world, we are conditioned to believe that speed equals success. We rush through our days, constantly moving from one task to the next, convinced that the faster we go, the more we accomplish. But there's an essential lesson from modern Stoicism that challenges this belief. Slowing down is actually the key to moving forward more effectively. The paradox here is simple yet profound. By pausing and taking a step back, we can make more meaningful progress than if we were to constantly race ahead. Rushing through life can lead us to accomplish many things, but more often than not, those things lack depth or fulfillment. It's the classic case of chasing after everything and catching nothing of true value. On the other hand, when we take the time to reflect, to be present in each moment, we not only achieve more, but we also ensure that our efforts align with what really matters to us. The Stoics, who mastered the art of reflection and thoughtful action, remind us that true success doesn't come from doing more, but from doing what is most meaningful with intention and care. This is where the Pomodoro technique can serve as a practical tool for bringing the principle of slowing down into our everyday lives. It's a simple yet powerful approach. Work in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by short breaks. This rhythm helps you maintain high energy and clarity without the burnout that comes from relentless multitasking or overworking yourself. The Stoics weren't just about big philosophical ideas. They were practical too, and understood the importance of pacing oneself. By working in short bursts and then resting, we can maintain focus and clarity, allowing us to engage fully with the tasks that truly matter. It's about creating a space in our day to recharge, think, and refocus, without letting our minds get cluttered with distractions. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter and more thoughtfully. In the end, the principle of slowing down isn't about halting progress, it's about making intentional choices. It's about recognizing that not every moment demands our full attention, and not every task is urgent. By slowing down, we become more deliberate in our actions, and this leads to more meaningful and sustainable success in the long run. I'm sure you've experienced the rush of being busy all day, but at the end of it, feeling unsatisfied because nothing truly important was accomplished. Modern Stoicism teaches us that we don't have to be constantly on the go to be productive or successful. Slowing down allows us the opportunity to recalibrate, to check that our actions are aligned with our values, and ultimately, to make progress that brings lasting fulfillment. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely put it, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. In a world where distractions are endless, it's easy to get caught up in the rush. But by taking the time to slow down, we can eliminate the noise, concentrate on what matters, and build a life that's truly meaningful. So instead of constantly trying to outrun time, let's choose to engage with it more mindfully. After all, it's not the speed of our actions that determines success. It's the depth of our focus and the wisdom with which we move. In this fast-paced world, modern Stoicism offers us a simple truth. Sometimes slowing down is the best way to go forward. Number 8. Practice the last hour principle. Think about this for a moment. What if today were your last? If you only had 1 hour to reflect on your life, how would you spend it? It's a sobering thought, but one that the Stoics encourage us to engage with regularly. This is where the last hour principle comes in. Every single day we have the chance to pause and reflect on how we've spent our time and whether our actions are truly aligned with our values. By adopting this Stoic practice, you're essentially giving yourself permission to slow down and evaluate your choices, not just to check things off a to-do list, but to measure how closely you're living in accordance with your deeper purpose. Now, think about how many of us rush through the day, constantly moving from one task to another, focused on what comes next, and not always considering whether we're spending our time in the most meaningful way. If you're anything like me, it's easy to get caught up in the grind, thinking success is only about the future. But this Stoic secret, this habit of pausing at the end of the day, helps you recalibrate. It encourages you to take a step back, reflect, and let go of the pressure to accomplish everything at once. I can tell you firsthand, it's incredibly liberating when you stop worrying about achieving everything and instead focus on being present with what you've already done. Imagine at the end of each day, sitting with your thoughts and evaluating your actions, asking yourself, did I live with intention today? Did my choices align with my core values? This kind of reflection doesn't just set you up for success, it fosters growth. It allows you to assess what's working and what needs tweaking, and it clears the way for improvement the next day. The best part? It also helps you avoid unnecessary regret. I can't help but think of a friend of mine, someone who constantly pushed forward, always chasing the next thing. One evening, he tried this principle after I introduced it to him. He took just 10 minutes before bed to reflect on the day. No rush, no distractions. The difference was clear the next morning. He woke up with clarity, ready to tackle the next day with a renewed sense of purpose. This isn't just about productivity, it's about living with awareness. By checking in with ourselves at the end of the day, we ensure that we're not just moving through life like a clock ticking away. We become more mindful, making each moment count, staying connected to our values and goals. Reflecting at the end of each day ensures that you end with a sense of accomplishment and peace. When you consistently practice this, you'll see that living intentionally becomes second nature. This Stoic secret will help you avoid that feeling of "I could have done more," or "I wish I had done things differently." In fact, by committing to this habit, you can create a deeper sense of fulfillment as you constantly align your actions with what truly matters. So, I ask you, how would your life change if you took time each evening to reflect on your actions, knowing it could lead you toward greater purpose and success? Would you be more intentional with your time? Could you, like my friend, find greater peace and clarity in the simple act of evaluating your day? In the end, the last hour principle is about more than just managing time. It's about reclaiming it. It's about taking control and ensuring that every moment serves your deeper mission. So, embrace it, make it your daily practice, and watch as it transforms your life from merely surviving to truly thriving. If you've made it this far, you're on the path to seeking awareness and living with purpose. Leave a comment with the slogan, "Live with," meaning act with purpose, to show your commitment to living with intention and clarity. Stay with us. This journey of self-discovery is just beginning, and each day is a new opportunity to move closer to personal growth. Number 9. Replace FOMO with JOMO. In today's world, it feels like we're always racing to keep up. Everywhere you look, there are images of people living what seems like the perfect life. On social media, in ads, in conversations with friends. And it's hard not to feel like you're missing out, right? You might have heard of FOMO, or the fear of missing out, and it's something we all experience in this hyper-connected world. We start to believe that to be happy or successful, we need to be part of everything, to constantly be in the loop, to chase after the latest trends, events, or experiences. But here's the thing. This kind of thinking leads to stress, exhaustion, and a never-ending sense of dissatisfaction. Instead of chasing after everyone else's version of happiness, what if I told you that the key to finding true joy lies in embracing the exact opposite? I'm talking about JOMO, the joy of missing out. This is a powerful concept taught by Stoic philosophy, something that in modern Stoicism can transform the way you live. JOMO isn't about being antisocial or withdrawing from life. It's about stepping away from the constant noise and distractions and choosing to focus on what really matters to you. It's about finding joy in simplicity, peace in solitude, and fulfillment in the present moment. Imagine for a second, what if you didn't feel the need to check every social media post, to say yes to every invitation, or to compare yourself to others constantly? How much space would that free up in your life? When you choose JOMO, you're not missing out on anything important. You're reclaiming your time. You're learning to enjoy the quiet, the stillness, and the moments that really matter. It might mean turning off your notifications or deciding to spend your evening alone instead of at a social event you don't feel connected to. By doing this, you create room for self-reflection, relaxation, and the pursuit of what actually brings you happiness. It's about stepping back from the pressures of the outside world and reconnecting with what nourishes you at the core. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This perfectly aligns with the idea of JOMO. The less we focus on what we're missing, the more we can appreciate what we have in front of us. When we stop chasing after the fleeting and the superficial, we find more space for the meaningful, our passions, our relationships, and our own personal growth. What would your life look like if you allowed yourself to enjoy the present moment, instead of constantly thinking about what's next or what you're not part of? I believe that embracing JOMO can lead to a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. It allows you to cultivate fulfillment without the pressures of comparison. As you practice JOMO, you'll notice that you're less stressed, less overwhelmed, and more content. You'll find peace in simply being yourself and living life on your own terms. So I ask you, what's one thing you could do today to begin embracing the joy of missing out? Can you turn off your phone for an hour, say no to a commitment that drains you, or take time for a quiet moment of reflection? Modern Stoicism encourages us to find contentment in the present, to embrace the simple pleasures of life, and to stop chasing after external validation. JOMO is a key part of this journey, one that can help you rediscover what truly matters and reclaim your time, your peace, and your happiness. By applying these Stoic principles, you'll gradually regain control over your own time. Focusing on what truly matters, learning to say no, and taking ownership of your mornings will help you build a life free from external distractions. The key is to clearly recognize what you can control and take charge of your actions, rather than letting time slip away aimlessly. Six additional Stoic principles to build a meaningful life. Once you've mastered the art of managing your time and focusing on yourself, you're ready to embrace additional Stoic principles that will guide you toward living a more meaningful life. Let's dive into 6 more Stoic principles to nurture a deeper and more sustainable life. These principles will help you achieve prosperity not only in your work but also within your soul and spirit. Number 1. Accept imperfection. In a world that constantly demands perfection, one of the most transformative Stoic secrets is learning to embrace imperfection. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable and flawed. When we try to control every detail or meet impossible standards, we often find ourselves frustrated, stressed, and dissatisfied. Stoicism teaches us not to see imperfections as failures, but as opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, beautifully captured this when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that the challenges and imperfections we face are not obstacles to happiness. They are the very things that shape us and lead us to personal growth. Accepting imperfection is liberating. By doing so, we free ourselves from the pressure of trying to control every aspect of life, especially those things we cannot change. Instead of chasing an idealized version of life, we learn to live in harmony with what is. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement, but we stop holding ourselves to unattainable standards. Stoicism encourages us to focus on progress, not perfection, aiming to become better versions of ourselves every day. It's about being patient with ourselves and understanding that true fulfillment comes from growth, not from reaching a flawless state. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Imperfection becomes a tool for reflection and self-improvement, helping us to move forward with resilience and wisdom. We often find ourselves harshly judging our mistakes, failures, and shortcomings. Yet it's in these very imperfections that our greatest opportunities for growth lie. By accepting ourselves as we are, flaws, mistakes, and all, we create space for personal development. Stoic philosophy teaches us that perfection is not the goal, but progress is. By focusing on this, we gain peace in accepting our imperfections, rather than constantly fighting against them. This is central to Stoicism, accepting ourselves, flaws included, while still committing to growth and self-improvement. A powerful example of accepting imperfection is Vincent van Gogh, who faced many personal struggles, mental health challenges, and a lack of recognition during his lifetime. Despite these hardships, he created masterpieces that have endured for generations. His art, filled with bold brushstrokes and raw emotion, demonstrates his acceptance of imperfection, both in his life and in his work. Van Gogh didn't wait for ideal conditions to create. He embraced his flaws and used them to fuel his creativity, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire millions. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with images of success, beauty, and happiness, often unattainable ideals that leave us feeling inadequate. Social media often highlights only the best moments of people's lives, making us think we should have everything together. But Stoicism urges us to reject these comparisons and focus on what truly matters: our own growth. Life is messy, and we are inherently imperfect. By accepting this reality, we can find peace and embrace who we are right now, while still striving to become who we want to be. So I encourage you to reflect on this Stoic secret. Embrace your imperfections. When you accept your flaws and mistakes, you open yourself up to growth and self-compassion. True fulfillment comes not from reaching perfection, but from progressing, one imperfect step at a time. Let go of the need for flawlessness and instead, focus on resilience, progress, and self-improvement. The journey toward a meaningful life isn't about perfection. It's about learning, growing, and moving forward, despite the imperfections we face along the way. Number 2, master your emotions. In today's fast-paced world, mastering your emotions is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Modern Stoicism teaches that emotions are neither inherently good nor bad. They are natural reactions to our thoughts and experiences. The key isn't to eliminate emotions, but to understand them and manage them in a way that aligns with our rational mind. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Mastering emotions doesn't mean avoiding them, but responding thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. By doing so, you navigate challenges with calm and clarity, making decisions based on reason, not fear, anger, or frustration. In the modern world, we're constantly bombarded by stress, from work deadlines to family obligations to the endless flood of news. It's easy for emotions to spiral out of control, leading to anxiety, frustration, or burnout. However, Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, only how we respond to them. Emotional regulation is a vital part of this practice. By developing the ability to pause before reacting, you can assess a situation with clarity and choose a response that aligns with your values. For example, Instead of responding to a stressful situation with frustration, you can take a deep breath, step back, and respond thoughtfully. This is emotional mastery in action, which helps you maintain inner peace and focus on what truly matters. Our emotions are often triggered by our thoughts, which are shaped by past experiences or biases. Stoics understood this and emphasized our ability to choose how to respond to our emotions. By practicing emotional resilience, we begin to see emotions for what they are: temporary feelings that can either help us grow or distract us from our goals. This awareness helps us make better decisions and improve relationships as we learn to respond more thoughtfully to others. When we regulate our emotions, we engage with others more compassionately, fostering deeper understanding. A prime example of emotional mastery is found in Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, who faced war, political strife, and personal loss. Despite these challenges, he remained calm, focusing on what was within his control, his thoughts and actions. He wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus's example shows us that emotional mastery is about controlling our reactions, not suppressing our feelings. It's about acknowledging emotions without letting them control our actions or our direction in life. Emotional mastery is something you can develop with practice. It's not about avoiding feelings like anger or fear, but recognizing and channeling them constructively. For instance, if you feel anger during a difficult conversation, instead of letting it dictate your response, you can pause, breathe, and engage from a place of understanding. This kind of emotional regulation builds resilience and helps you stay grounded, even in chaotic circumstances. By practicing modern Stoicism, you can see emotions as opportunities to exercise self-control and wisdom, rather than as obstacles. Mastering your emotions is about cultivating emotional resilience, the ability to remain composed in the face of adversity. This resilience not only helps you navigate challenges, but also keeps you aligned with your values and purpose. As you strengthen this resilience, you'll make decisions with more clarity, improve your relationships, and approach life with greater peace of mind. Emotional mastery empowers you to take control of your life, focusing on what truly matters and staying centered amid life's chaos. Number 3. Cultivate patience and perseverance. Life is full of setbacks, challenges, and obstacles. Sometimes it feels like we're constantly facing one hurdle after another. But the key to turning these struggles into success lies in how we respond to them. Have you ever felt frustrated when things don't go as planned or when progress seems painfully slow? I've been there. It's easy to lose hope when the road ahead is filled with difficulty. But Stoicism offers us a powerful reminder. Patience and perseverance are essential virtues in our journey toward success and fulfillment. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are tools that you can use to reclaim your time and focus on what truly matters. When life tests you, the Stoic secrets teach you to cultivate patience, understanding that real progress takes time. Think about how often we rush to get results hoping for quick wins. But true success isn't built on instant gratification. It's built on the steady, consistent effort over time. Practicing patience doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It means creating space for growth. It's about accepting that things take time and being okay with that. It's also about recognizing that struggles aren't barriers. They're opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. When you face a challenge, don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead ask, "What can I learn from this and how can I grow through this experience?" Perseverance, too, is key. It's not about powering through in frustration, but about pushing forward even when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. I want you to think about something you've been working on, whether it's a career goal, a personal project, or even something as simple as building a new habit. Has there been a moment where you almost gave up because the results weren't showing fast enough? I bet we all have moments like that. But remember, real growth doesn't happen in leaps and bounds. It happens in those small, often unseen steps forward. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before achieving success. Can you imagine how many times he could have quit? Yet his patience and perseverance paid off. He didn't just invent the light bulb, he demonstrated the incredible power of persistence. Every failure was an opportunity to learn, to tweak his approach, and to try again. Now let me ask you, when was the last time you felt like giving up? What would have happened if, in that moment, you chose to take a deep breath and push forward just a little bit longer? Imagine how much further you could be on your journey today if you applied the Stoic secrets of patience and perseverance. This isn't just about enduring difficulty, it's about growing through it. By developing these qualities, you build resilience. You teach yourself that success isn't just a destination but a process, and that process doesn't happen overnight. It happens with steady, patient steps, even when it feels like you're moving slowly. So the next time you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this challenge to grow stronger and keep moving forward? This is the power of patience and perseverance. By embracing these Stoic virtues, you can navigate the journey of life with resilience, purpose, and the quiet confidence that no matter how tough things get, you have the strength to persist and succeed. So remember, setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities. Keep going, stay patient, and above all, persevere. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, but it's patience and perseverance that help us overcome every obstacle. Don't give up when results seem slow. Remember, every steady step forward is an opportunity to grow. Share your commitment to developing these qualities as we create positive change together. Comment, I am patient, I keep moving forward, to show your determination and readiness to conquer every challenge on your growth journey. Number 4. Focus on continuous self-improvement. In today's fast-paced world, we're often caught up in the whirlwind of external expectations, the need for success, validation, and perfection. But what if I told you that true success isn't about meeting other people's standards or achieving fleeting rewards? What if it's about something deeper, something within you? What if the key to real success lies in focusing on yourself, on constantly improving who you are and becoming the best version of you? Modern Stoicism teaches us that growth is a lifelong process. It's not about arriving at some ideal destination, but about continually evolving. Every day is an opportunity to learn, reflect, and move closer to the person you're meant to be. The Stoics believed that the journey of self-improvement is never complete, and neither should your pursuit of growth be. It's a mindset that invites us to embrace each experience, whether it's a victory or a setback, as a lesson. How many times have you found yourself stuck, discouraged by a failure or a mistake? What if, instead of seeing it as a setback, you viewed it as a stepping stone toward something greater? Stoicism invites us to shift our focus from seeking perfection to embracing progress. You don't have to be perfect to improve, you just have to keep moving forward. Every small step you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, adds up. Have you ever noticed how much you've grown over time when you stop and reflect on your journey? This is the essence of continuous self-improvement. It's not about drastically changing who you are, but about refining and evolving your true self. Look at Maya Angelou as an example. She was a brilliant writer, constantly refining her craft, pushing herself to grow with each new book, poem, and project she tackled. She didn't stop after her first success or wait until everything was perfect. She embraced the process, and in doing so, created a legacy that continues to inspire millions. This is what modern Stoicism teaches us, to focus on the journey of improvement, not the destination. And here's where you have the power to reclaim your time. You have the ability to choose each day to learn something new, whether it's by reading, reflecting, or gaining new skills. It's about creating a life that's grounded in constant growth, both in mind and character. So let me ask you, what are you doing today to improve yourself? What small step can you take to refine your skills or your mindset? The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. There's always room to grow. And no matter where you are in your journey, there's always a way to improve. So don't wait for some big event to kickstart your growth. Start now. Make today the day you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, not because you're chasing after perfection, but because you're committed to progress. The journey of self-improvement is endless, but that's what makes it so beautiful. It means that every day is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to build a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. By focusing on continuous self-improvement, you're not just becoming better at what you do, you're becoming better at being you. And when you do that, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your life. Number 5. Live with purpose. A life without purpose can feel directionless, leaving you lost and unfulfilled. Stoicism teaches that living with purpose is the key to navigating life's challenges. Purpose gives meaning to our actions, guiding us through tough times and turning everyday tasks into opportunities for growth. When you live with purpose, your decisions align with your core values, making life feel more meaningful and fulfilling. Without purpose, it's easy to become overwhelmed and distracted, but knowing why you do what you do helps you live intentionally, giving each action deeper significance. Living with purpose doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of self-discovery. The Stoic secrets encourage self-reflection to understand what truly matters to you, whether it's your career, relationships, or personal growth. Once you identify your purpose, you can direct your energy toward it, making your efforts feel more valuable. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." When you live intentionally, you begin to align your actions with your values, and that's where true success lies. It's not about achievements, but about becoming the person you were meant to be. Purpose also helps us face life's challenges with resilience. When things don't go as planned, having a clear purpose provides strength and perspective, helping you stay focused and move forward. Nelson Mandela's life is a prime example of living with purpose. Through decades of imprisonment and hardship, he stayed true to his cause for freedom and equality. His unwavering commitment shows that purpose doesn't just bring success, it brings meaning. While your challenges may not be as extreme, Mandela's story reminds us that when our purpose is clear, no setback can take away our peace or progress. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from work pressures to social media and societal expectations. But by identifying your core purpose and aligning your actions with it, you shift from reacting to life's chaos to creating something meaningful. Whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth, living with intention allows you to focus on what truly matters. It may not always be easy, but each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth when you are guided by purpose. The Stoic path to fulfillment isn't about external achievements or seeking validation from others. It's about living authentically and in alignment with your values. By focusing on what truly matters, you reclaim your time and energy for the things that bring you joy and peace. Living with purpose is about more than success. It's about crafting a life that is deeply fulfilling and meaningful. Take a moment today to ask yourself, what is my purpose? And once you know, live it fully. Number 6, seek inner peace. In today's fast-paced world, filled with constant distractions and stress, finding inner peace may seem like an impossible goal. Yet, it is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Cultivating inner peace is not just beneficial, it's necessary to face life's challenges with clarity and calm. Modern Stoicism teaches us that peace doesn't come from external circumstances, but from within. By focusing on what we can control, our mindset, reactions, and choices, and letting go of what we can't, we create a sense of tranquility. This inner peace helps us navigate life's ups and downs with steadiness and resilience, no matter what's happening around us. Achieving inner peace is a process that requires daily practice. Stoicism offers practical tools like meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection to help us stay focused on the present. These practices allow us to embrace life's impermanence and stop wasting energy on past regrets or future worries. Stoics remind us that anxiety over things beyond our control only disturbs our peace. By accepting that we cannot control everything, we are better able to respond with calmness and purpose. We stop resisting the natural flow of life and instead become more intentional with our actions, allowing us to approach challenges with a clear mind and greater emotional stability. One inspiring figure who embodies the pursuit of inner peace is the Dalai Lama. His life and teachings emphasize peace, compassion, and understanding, both for the world and for ourselves. The Dalai Lama reminds us that peace is an active practice, not a passive state, requiring consistent effort. Just as his spiritual practices help him stay grounded, Stoicism provides similar tools to cultivate peace, even amid external chaos. Apply this in your life. Start small. Take time each day to reflect, even if it's just for a few minutes. Focus on your breath, center your thoughts, and be present. You can also practice mindfulness throughout the day by fully engaging in whatever task you're doing, whether it's having a conversation, working, or taking a walk. This helps free your mind from constant stress and distractions, allowing you to approach life's challenges with a calm and focused mindset. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote emphasizes that peace doesn't come from outside circumstances, but from how we engage with them. Inner peace is about choosing to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, and letting go of everything else. In doing so, we find the strength to face life's storms with clarity and calm. Modern Stoicism teaches us that no matter the chaos around us, peace is always within reach if we are willing to work for it. By finding quiet moments and connecting with the peaceful space inside, we can move forward with purpose and tranquility. As we wrap up today's discussion on how to reclaim your time, remember that the principles of Stoicism offer us a roadmap to focus on what truly matters and live a life full of purpose. By embracing the wisdom of modern Stoicism, you can break free from the distractions and pressures that overwhelm us daily, aligning your actions with your deepest values. Success, as the Stoics teach us, isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Investing in your personal growth, nurturing meaningful relationships, and finding inner peace. So, why wait? Start applying these Stoic secrets to your life today, and watch how small, intentional changes can lead to a life of greater fulfillment and happiness. I encourage you to take action now. What's one thing you can do today to reclaim your time? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights. Together, let's live with purpose, embrace the Stoic path, and make every moment count.